Um, I wanted to do a special video for Bowers Bookshelf and tell you about an organization and show you a website called NLS BARD, National Library Service BARD. The National Library Service is an organization that um, records audiobooks for individuals with disabilities such as cerebral palsy. And I have been a member in great standing of NLS for years. And um, years ago, they started after years of having their audiobooks on cassette tape, 4-track cassette tape. They started putting their audiobooks or converting their audiobooks to digital, which means they started making the whole entire catalog um, downloadable for patrons through a website called BARD, and 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 I love this website because it allows me to keep the books that I download versus when I used to have to get them on cassette tape. I would have to send them back and not be able to keep them. And with Bard, you can keep them now. And I'm, like I said, I've been a member of NLS or a patron of NLS for years, specifically the Wolfner Library in Jefferson City. And and they NLS has a stable, or they have volunteer narrators that narrate the books, and I'm going to show you the website, specifically how to find the book and how to navigate the website. Now, recently they have went the website went through an overhaul where they changed quite a bit of things, because it used to be there used to be more drop down menus, and I used to have a hard time, navigating it sometimes. But now the new website is more streamlined, and it makes it a heck of a lot easier to navigate. And I'm not going to show you the whole website. I'm just going to show you um, sections of it, a couple sections of it, in case that any of my viewers want to check this out. Uh, and the first section I'm going to show you is something that I think they started recently. They have a Wolfner Library, or Wolfner Library has a podcast, and every so often they download new podcast episodes to the website, and you can click and go through those and be able to actually listen to them. Um, oops. Welcome to the Wolfner Talking Book and Book. Okay. Uh, that was an example of a podcast. And now we're going to move on to the actual BARD website to where you can search for books. And you can see here it has me put my ID in, and you click log in, and here you can search the catalog. You can either search for recently added books or most popular books, and I'll get back to those in a second, or advanced search for books, music scores, and books. So, in other words, music, books, and scores, and magazines, which is something that I take advantage of. I subscribe to a couple magazines through BARD, and you can you can search um, by subject, like adventure or biographies of persons with disabilities, biographies of musicians and composers. Um, there's a whole list of topics that you can peruse. And so, to to and you can search whatever language you want to search in the book. And to give you an example of uh, a book that you could search for, I'm gonna um, type in um, type in let's say Stephen King. So you can even search for an author. And so I'm going to type in Stephen King. Stephen King. And then you click, oops, sorry about that. And then you can click search. It usually takes a minute. With the new BARD, um, it says we found 0 titles with the match terms Stephen King under book series. Book series are kind of like, let's say, the Little Women book series. Okay, so here it let's do let's find it. Okay, let's do this one. But anyway, let's take elevation for example. Um, if you click, you can see it gives you the title of the book, the author, and how long the book is, 3 hours and 49 minutes, and publication, National Library Service for the blind and print disabled, uh, and it tells you who reads the book. In this case, it's read by Stephen King, and it tells you what subject it falls under: bestsellers, occult, horror, and fiction. And it gives you little what is called an annotation, which is basically a small summary of the book. And if you actually physically click on the book, uh, it will give you some information about the book, like the ISBN number, which is kind of like the book number, and um, and you can either download Elevation directly from there, or add it to your wish list, which is something I'm going to show you here in a few minutes. Um, and if the book, um, hang on, I want to show you something else. Sweet Magnolias. If the book is part of a series, um, you would click, it would say under book series, we found one series matching that title, and you would click Sweet Magnolias and then be able to download all the books from that series. And you can see if you had downloaded them before, um, it gives you the date that it was downloaded. And oh, by the way, coming up soon, we will be doing a review of the whole the Sweet Magnolias book series that I just finished. And so, I wanted and to download something, you can click Take Action on Series, or you can add series, all the books in that series to your wish list, or add all unread items to your wish list, or uh, uh, or if you're wanting to add an individual book to your wish list, you can do that too. Stephen King. So you just click Take Action, and you have the option to either download the book or add it to your wish list. And when you download the book, it downloads directly to your computer, and then you can either put it on a cartridge, or with the new player that they just introduced, which I love, they you can download it directly to the player. But I'm not going to show you that. I just wanted to show you the website. And the last part of the book of the website I wanted to show you was the My BARD section, which is your wish list, which I'll show you in a second. Reading history, which I think shows you the books that you've already read. Subscriptions, like magazines that you're subscribed to, or book series, and account history. But the one I wanted to show you today is the wish list function. And this is something that you can also download directly to the player. Uh, so this is basically my wish list. You can either download a book or remove it. Um, Remove it to your wish list or put it on the top or remove it from your wish list, or put it on the top of your wish list. And so, like I said, I've been a BARD user for a number of years. The website, in the old days, was kind of difficult for me to use because it was not as user friendly as the new version. And oh, and I wanted to show you one more thing. Um, let's go to subscriptions. Um, see, uh, yeah, those are books those are book series that I've already subscribed to, and you have the option of unsubscribing to them. As a matter of fact, um, and you can either you can also unsubscribe to you can also subscribe. It also shows you your magazine subscriptions as well. Um, and they also have a they also have an offshoot to BARD called BARD Express, where you can actually listen to the books directly on the computer. They have a player to where you can listen to the books, while you're doing something on the computer. And so there's just a whole host of options that you can play with, on here. And uh, so I hope you enjoyed this. And like I said, if any of my subscribers have disabilities and love to read, that Wolfner and the NLS is a fantastic resource to tap.